Black distortions. Distortions. Do you know what a distortion is? A black distortion is something that distracts you from your task, something that distracts you from life, distortions of life. There's so many distortions that black people have to fight. And the biggest distortion that we fight is ourselves. We distort ourselves every day because psychologically we're programmed to listen to the music, to watch their television, tell lie vision. Remember that. Tell a lie to your vision. That's what television is. Tell a lie to your vision. Oh, it's a distraction. It's entertainment. Oh, it's distortion. It distracts you. It distorts you. It takes you off your whole game. It scares you. It makes you feel like you ain't shit. Do anybody know what I'm talking about? Black distortions. This morning, we gonna get into a deep conversation about black distortions. The things that's out there that distorts black people from moving forward in life, from trying to focus on life, to try to, have things in life, be somebody in life. You know how many people is distorted? People wake up distorted, like fucked up in the mind. Fucked up. Am I the only one? Okay, did I start my video just by talking and going straight into my content without even giving a fuck if the audience was there? No, I don't. Because I'm starting to realize watching my replays on my videos that, I get more replays than I do actual live views. So it's like, I think it's just time for me to just go off. And how y'all doing? You don't know what go off mean, right? That mean do me every day, no thinking, no questions, just me. Eventually they gonna catch on, they gonna listen, they gonna pay attention. Somebody gonna share it. And eventually my audience is gonna grow and grow and grow and grow like it's been doing. You know, all I gotta do is keep doing me. And when I get stronger, they gonna know it. I'm gonna know it. The people who support me gonna know it. How y'all doing? Push that like button. I just started off talking. But as we get started, as people start to come in, this is 420, Bob Marley session. Wake and bake. Wake your goat mouth ass up. If you sleep, you shouldn't be asleep right now. You should be already up. The sun is already rising, and your ass should be already arose. Push that like button. Yeah, you don't like me. I'm starting off too strong this morning. Yeah. But everybody that come in, I would ask for y'all to push that like button, leave a comment, acknowledge yourself so I can acknowledge you. You know, a community ain't a community unless we all know each other. Everybody that come in here should acknowledge themselves, recognize themselves. You know, we have an open house, a big open house, and anybody's welcome. But when you come in, we ask you that you put your name down on the card, acknowledge yourself for being present, engage into the conversation, engage into the topic, just tell us how you feel about it, and your feelings can mold the conversations of our community because everybody feels some type of way. Some people feel the same way. And if they don't know how you feel, then you will never know how they feel. Now, I thank everybody that come in and push that like button because this is the forum or the discussion that a lot of people don't talk about. The reasons why they ain't got shit in life. The reasons why they can't focus on they self in life. And we're going to talk about these things, why so many black people is distorted. And every day, how they become more distorted and distorted and distorted. And they don't even understand that they distorted. Like, because they so wrapped up in chasing trends or chasing other people or trying to impress other people that they don't even have the reality conscience to fucking understand, that life is about them, taking care of themselves, building for themselves, having something for themselves, but they so busy trying to help somebody else. They ain't got shit. You know what I'm talking about? No, you don't know what I'm talking about because You ain't living this type of life. Your life might be sheltered. Life might be taken care of. You know, you might be truly blessed. You might in your mind, you might not have none of these thoughts that actually you think that people live this way or life circumstances could happen this way. You know what I mean? How y'all doing? I'm I'm am I talking before the people come in to engage into the conversation? Well, the topic of this subject, the topic of this conversation is black distortions. Now, a lot of people don't understand what black distortions is, but do you understand the word distorted, distracted? You know, because there's a lot of distractions that distract people and have black people distorted. They be disbogulated. They don't know what the fuck is going on, and all these other people is making all this money. I know people that done came into this country 2 weeks ago and made more money than you done had your whole life living in this America. Is that fair? I know people that moved here 2 years ago that live in a home. They buying a home in America. But they just came to this country 2 years ago. They living in a nice home. A home so nice, man, you nigga, you wouldn't have never qualified for no shit like this. And they just came to this country. Barely can understand our language, barely can understand our system, but they living in our country better than we are. I know people that ain't living at all. I know people that ain't even started the first step to the process of trying to live. I know people so distorted, so locked up, so fucked up in their head, you know. And why is that majority of the people that I know? Yeah, they might have a new car, they might have a nice apartment, they might have some nice clothes, but they really ain't got shit. You know, they say that poor people, black people, Hispanic people, in general, the poorest black people, the poorest Hispanic people, spend 80% of their income on entertainment and food. And they struggle with the other 20% to pay their bills. How you doing? Push that like button. Distortions, distractions. Have you ever felt distorted? Have you ever felt like something is distracting you in your life from moving forward, from being successful? Something. These are the type of questions that a black man asks himself every day when he got to go out into the world and try to figure out a make a way for himself, a make a way for his family to make a couple dollars. The time don't add up, huh? The money don't add up to the time. There's so many people out here struggling trying to make a way. Okay, squatters to the left. Okay, thank you, Chicago. How you doing, man? Toxic Donuts in the house. Push that like button, acknowledge yourself, leave a comment, leave a statement. This is about black distortions. The things that distort black people in their lives from moving forward, from having things, from doing things, from being successful, from just trying to live. Because this is my theory, this is my concept, this is my opinion of life. There's only two type of people, two type of black people in America. It's the black people that's living, it's the black people that's trying to live. There is nothing in between. It's two type of Mexicans. It's the Mexicans that's living, and it's the Mexicans that's trying to live. The ones that's trying to live look like they got more than the ones that's actually living. But the ones that's living is smart because they learn once they start to living, less is best. Do anybody understand what I'm talking about? Less is best if you got it. If you really got it, less is best, and it's easy to fool the fools that you don't have shit when you got less. Do you understand? Drugs is all I see. All right, let me get into your comment, brother. I really I'm really thankful that you left a comment. I really appreciate that you commented, because this is all I want from everybody that come into my feed. When I'm discussing a topic or I'm talking about something, if it touches you in any type of way, comment on it. Acknowledge yourself. You know, if it ain't about you, it could be about somebody that you know, somebody that you see. Because this is the blessing that God gives, you know, the children of God. If you're a child of God, God allow you to see the things that other people don't see. Now, think about it like this. If you're a real child of God, do you suffer? You know, there's a lot of children of God. I just like to tell y'all that. And one thing about a child of God, no child of God is on this earth suffering. Even if you see them on the streets, homeless, with nothing, they not suffering. They ain't got none of the worries you got. They ain't thinking about none of the things you thinking about. The issues in their life ain't your issues. And you see people sitting on the ground, you be like, damn, that dude busted, he fucked up. That's a millionaire. He's sitting there because he wants to sit there. You know how many millionaire homeless people I done ran across? Millionaires just sitting on the streets. Fuck this shit. Fuck this system. Fuck this shit. They so mad at all these other people living life and not doing nothing to help other people that they gave up everything in their life and went out there with the other people to help them. That's what I would do. You know, if I was a billionaire, I'd be a secret billionaire. Well, nobody even know it. I'd still be out here with my peoples, blessing them, keeping them straight. It's sad because they don't even know what they doing. They can't even see they struggle. They can't even see their pain. They can't even see they hardships. When you distorted, when you distracted in life, you know, it's so many things that can distort a man and just make a man say, fuck it. And if you ain't never made it to that point in life where you just gave up and you just started walking on the streets and just put your head down and found yourself walking around for 3-4 days at a time, you know what I mean? How you doing? Some people just don't understand me. Some people don't understand what I'm trying to project, what I'm trying to do, the community that I'm trying to build, the type of people that I'm trying to bring together. I'm starting to believe that there ain't that many people, you know, good people left on this earth that really want to make a change, that really know how to make a change, that really want to bless people. I'm watching a person right now walk across a parking lot. It's cold outside. They got on a long sleeve shirts, but they arms is not in the sleeves. They trying to stay warm. They wrapped up. There's another person walking across a parking lot, and he got a makeshift blanket wrapped around him. I don't even think that's a real blanket. That might be a tarp or a sheet or maybe a curtain or something. It looked like a curtain from a hotel. He just got it wrapped around him, walking around like it's a blanket. Life is fucked up for a lot of people in this world, man. Y'all remember that fish I was eating on last night? At the end, I left one oyster, one shrimp, and one piece of fish, and I had a little bitty piece of fries. I went out to my RV, sat in it for 5 minutes. I was asleep. I don't remember nothing else. I ended up waking up around, I want to say 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And as soon as I came on my RV, it was this dude just standing there, little young cat. I want to say, he looked like he was 16. How old are you? Man, I'm 20. You 20? How long you been out here on the streets? 2 years. 2 years. Why you just sitting on my car, bro? Why you just sitting there? I'm hungry, man. I'm really just trying to think of which way I was gonna go next. For real. Like, you eat fish, bro? Like, yeah, I eat fish. Man, I got a little fish and shrimp and some oysters in there. You want that? He like, yeah, I eat it. Thank you. So I went in the shop and I warmed that food up. I gave it to him. And dude started eating it. He just started crying. I'm like, man, what's wrong with you? He was like, man, and ain't nobody never did this for me, man. Ain't nobody, man. I was hungry as hell, man. It's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, man. And I didn't think I was gonna be able to eat nothing tonight. I'm like, wow. Man, God bless you, man. May God bless you, bro. But you gotta get off, you gotta stop drugs, bro. You gotta get off those drugs, man. Boy, they got some shit out here now in these streets. This shit ain't got nothing on crack cocaine. This shit ain't got nothing on crack cocaine. And these ain't white, these ain't black people. You know, now our people ain't out there like they was, you know, on drugs. You see, now it's like a nigga in a haystack, a needle, you know, a nigga in a haystack. Like you can see every other nigga, but in California, it's predominantly white people, white people, white kids, Mexicans, Mexican children. Man, I watched this one little Mexican kid grow up. In the last 5 years, this motherfucker went from 16, 17 looking to 25, 35 looking. Pure paisa Mexican looking motherfucker. I'm like, damn, dog. But I watched this kid walk up and down these streets for the last 5 years, man. Nobody helped him. It's a dude named Thomas. It's a goddamn military vet. I watched this dude in full combat uniform. Man, this man had on everything we wore when we went to combat. 3-4 layers of clothes just in case you get caught up in the middle of nowhere and you gotta survive. Like, this nigga, he had compass, knives, everything. Okay, come on, man. Let me read these comments. I'm glad you're still here because I thought you left me, brother. Squatters. Squatters to the left of me, 30 years. They should be packing money. Squatters to the right of me, 10 years. They should be packing money. And here is me, single Mexican women, doing better paying deals. And that's a good thing. And you know, it's a lot of single women. Drugs is all I see. Drugs is all that's out there. I'm a Mexican woman. Now I have to worry about ICE. And I'm American. Now you gotta think about your American heritage. You ain't gotta worry about ICE right now. Wanna know why? Because you claim to be an American. But I wanna ask you this question. Was your parents American when you was born? Because if neither one of them was legal, then you're not legal. And that's real talk. Now think about it. And this is an argument that's about to be settled with the Supreme Court. And, you know, sometimes they say Trump is a bad person, Trump is fucked up, but this is one thing Trump is right on. And we gotta wake up as Americans. If we want Americans to be Americans and people to come to America and join our society and become an American, then they gotta follow our rules. We can't go to nobody else's country, nobody else's country, and just move in and don't check in and don't go through the immigration process and don't go through the citizenship process. If we go to any country and see if your ass in 2 weeks, if you don't be in jail, if they don't lock your ass up, you're not from here. We're not taking care of you. They not gonna take care of you. Any country in the world, if you go there, if you stay past the days you say you're gonna stay there, you're going to jail. If you say, oh, I'm thinking about staying here, they're gonna tell you, no, you can't stay here. We don't want your kind. You American. No, we don't need you over here. You probably a spy. They probably sent you over here to integrate with us to fuck our shit up. Like, they don't trust no Americans. Nowhere. Push that like button. Don't nobody like this thing. But I'm talking about distortions. Distortions. You know, I understand other racist situations. I can understand that to a certain degree. But as an American, I don't understand nobody that come here illegally and that's taking advantage of the system that's supposed to be taking care of me. Like, but they can't take care of me because they giving y'all all the funds and all the help. But don't nobody want to listen to me. Black distortions. Let's talk about distortions though, man. There's so many people out here distorting in life. Do you know, psychologically, the devil people, the evil people that run this earth, I'm not just saying rape white people, black people, because it's a whole bunch of us that run this earth. And they all are part of the same plan. Keep these niggas distracted. Distractions. Distort. Keep them distracted. Keep them distorted. And we can make money off these motherfuckers. Keep them going. And that's the biggest thing that we have in America. Distractions. Distortions. Things being distorted. Churches are distortions. Preachers are distortions. Like, they distort the shit out y'all niggas. Now, damn, one preacher is more dangerous than 10,000 soldiers with AR-15s. But don't nobody want to hear me. Don't nobody want to hear me. Okay. Because I didn't have no cares about her ICE concerns. And then I told her that if her parents, and I know 9 times out of 10, her daddy and her mama was illegal. And they took her to Chicago because they heard that black people made a sanctuary city out there, Mexicans and blacks. You know, when Mexicans go to Chicago, now they not called Mexicans in Chicago. They call Latinos. Latin. They Latin people. They Latinos. The Latino to me. Push that like button. No, nobody like this man. There's so many things going on in this world that's so distortion, so distracting. I watch ICE chase these 2 Mexicans across a shoe warehouse parking lot yesterday. And this was a cold ICE agent. He caught 2 Mexicans running across the damn parking lot by himself. And the funny part, he ran past the first Mexican. I'm like, why he didn't grab him? And he ran and caught the one that was out in front and grabbed his ass. And the Mexican that he passed up, he thought he was smart. He thought he was going to be able to run right. Man, he turned around and grabbed that motherfucker. He caught both of them and pulled them back. Bam, slammed them on the ground. Bam, bam. And drug them back to his damn border patrol car and threw them both in there. Ah, that's a cold-ass border patrol agent. This nigga caught 2 Mexicans running from him at the same time, simultaneously. He ran all the way to the fastest motherfucker first, grabbed his ass, grabbed that second motherfucker. Come here, bitch. Yeah, knocked their heads together, bam, and flung their ass to the ground. Like, that was a cold-ass goddamn call him El Chipino. You gonna El Pino your ass. Push that like button. I'm a Mexican woman. Now I have to worry about ICE. Yeah, you have to worry about ICE, especially if your parents is illegal. If your daddy, now if your mama was legal and your daddy was illegal, you an American. Now if your daddy was legal and your mama was illegal, you an American. But if your mama and your daddy was illegal and you was born illegal. But see, the U.S. was smart. They said, you know what? We gonna tell them that their kid is a citizen. We're gonna give that kid a social security number so we can keep up with both of their illegal immigrant parents. And if they really live the life of Americans and work hard, save their money, scratch their money, save up and buy a house and do all the things we want to do, pay bills, buy and pay into our system, we gonna let them do that, the parents. But when the kids get around 25, 30, we gonna come back and snatch their parents, send them back to the country they came from. And when the kids get to screaming, oh, we American, like 5 years later, we gonna come back and snatch their ass and send them back with their parents. Yeah, we got them. You're really American, you better make all that money and save it and be ready to spend it back on your citizenship when it comes time for you to become a real citizen, because you're gonna have to pay for it. Your parents didn't pay for it, so we can't let you in for free. Everybody gotta pay. And that's the way it's gotta go. That's just the way it gotta go. You can only have a birthright if one of your parents gave you one. I'm a citizen, so my child is a citizen. See, I have a baby by a girl from Belize. She wasn't born in this country. Her father snuck her over here when she was about 5 years old. She didn't even know that she was an illegal immigrant until she turned 18 years old and graduated from school. Some kind of way, her father was able to let her go to school. She went to school in Los Angeles every year. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and none of her school applications had a social security number on it. They know this child didn't have a social security number. No, this girl was an illegal immigrant, but they allowed this girl to go to American public school system and use American public funds, and they educated that girl for free on the taxpayers' educated dollars. But I'm gonna show you something about these immigrant women that a lot of people don't want to talk about. A lot of these women are snakes from where they come from. Their grandmamas were snakes, their mamas were snakes, and they is snakes. They only want what's best for themselves.